Hi friends, Luca Storelli is here. And I want to talk to you about a new Amazon tool created by my friend Nino Batista for NBP Retouch tools. I'm talking about the new NBP ColorLogic color system. So this is the tool that you can find on Nino website. So you can have a look and see all the videos he created to introduce you this new color system. But it's a set of actions fundamentally. All the process is really easy because these are only actions. So you can play and see the result you can get. And if you don't like, you can change immediately in a couple of seconds. So it's really easy. And I want to see and I want to understand what this set of actions can do in my photography. If you see here on the action panel, you can flag the button mode, because in this way we can see exactly the set of action we want to use. And it's really interesting to see all the colors so we can understand what type of action we are going to apply. And it's really interesting because immediately I can color my image just with few clicks. So I'm really curious to try because I just downloaded a couple of days ago and now it's the first time I'm approaching to use them. So for example, I have here my image of this beautiful model, a friend of mine, Amira, and I isolated the subject because I want to use a texture, maybe to create something interesting behind her, because I don't like the flat gray with some color spots here. So in this way I can immediately, in a soft light blending mode, I can add a texture to improve the quality of the background. So at this point I can use immediately the action to test the result I can get. Look at that. Okay, the first thing, I can use the action maybe to color the background. Look at that. Immediately I changed the sort of colors I had in my background. Look at that. So I can reduce just a little. Yes, interesting. Okay, maybe this is the first action I use. Look at that, NBP tape. What's inside the group? Look, fundamentally we have 3 channels. So a vibrance saturation adjustment layer, a luma, look, a curves adjustment layer with luma, and also here another adjustment layer with curves. So we have some small changes, look at that, to the red, to the green, to the blue. So it's obvious I can change the settings, I can try to change, but in my specific type of work, I don't want to lose time trying to modify the settings of a single action, because I have a lot of different actions. So for me it's better to try each single of these actions and use the action I prefer. So for me it's very easy to change the action until I find something that is interesting to my eyes. So I use the first action here for the background, but now if I'm here I can do the same. So I think in this specific case that the green set of action maybe could look better. So this is the NBP saturate. I don't like saturate, but I can change. Look, decibel, overdrive, dynamo, pulse. So each of them is completely different to the previous. Look, this is horizon, smooth. Yes. I love this type of green. Okay, look, before, after. So I'm not changing only the color of the background, but if you see also here on the face, look at that, before, after. I'm removing the red here on the skin of the model, and look what I did. The skin is perfectly natural instead of this. So, and look also the red here on the fingers of the girl, before, after. The effect is amazing. And then my picture is ready. So another thing I can do, I want to use a new layer because I want to add, look, maybe I have on my brushes, I have some smooth effect brushes, and look at what I'm doing. I can use this. I want to make it bigger. I place the brush behind her. Look, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and look at the effect. Amazing. And now, normal, I want to use screen. Maybe I can reduce the effect. Maybe I can lower the effect brush. Okay? And look at that. The image is completely ready just in a couple of seconds. Look at that. Before, after. Before, after. Before, after. So, using the NBP action smooth in this case, I gave immediately a completely new look just applying the smooth action. So, I've colored my image in just 1 minute. Okay, let's take another example just to show you how we can change completely the mood of our images, but we can get the same results, a very interesting results. So, these are the first time that I use the ColorLogic system, and I'm very interested about the result we can get. So I want to try again with a new picture of my Amazon friends and photographer Virna Gambini. She is wonderful. I love this mode, I love her pose, I love her expression. And what I want to do now is to color the image, because I don't want to retouch quite perfect like this. So I don't want to do any other sort of retouching. I just want to be focused on the colors, and to do that, here are my set of ColorLogic actions. Let me see what we can do with this image. So first of all, I want to use, if you see, look at that, I see the color of the actions is inside my picture, so I think it's interesting to see that here I see the colors, and I want to use this color inside the picture, because I see most of the time green is here, the purple is here, so also here I can find the same color, so it's interesting to think about this. So let me try to use the first before after. Yes, it's a subtle adjustment, but I think we can do, yes, interesting. Look how the lights also are changing. Now I can see clearly the shadows and the highlights. Look, before, after. And now it's an interesting effect that I can get. So I can reduce the opacity, maybe just a little. Let me try to take, yes, I like the result. Before, after. Let me see, before, after, yes. Yes, really interesting. So I think we can try to add another action. Maybe sometimes I can try to see something with greens, because I want to insert some green tones here. Let me see, the saturate, not so much, but it's interesting. Yes, wow. Before, after. I removed some magenta areas here, adding the green, and look at that, before and after. We completely redesigned the lights also in the picture. It's amazing. And now, oh wow, Altion, frame, chorus, no, turbo, it's too much, Atmos, no, latitude, no. I think the first I tried, Altion, yes. Let me see, before, after, it's obvious I can reduce the opacity, 0, to just a bit, maybe at 38%. Yes, I think the image is perfect. Look, in just a couple of minutes, starting from this image, I get a totally redesigned image in terms of lights and in terms of colors. Wow! Before, after. Before, after. And then if I want, I can group all the layers, and then I can reduce just a bit. Yes, before, after, just in a couple of minutes I get a perfect image ready to print or ready to publish on internet. And then if I like, I can add a black and white adjustment layer on luminosity, before, after, before, after, before, after. Yes, okay, now the picture is perfect. As you can see, in a couple of minutes I get a perfect image. So I think I will use in all my future works the ColorLogic system, because it's really powerful, it's really creative, and as you can see I fixed all the problems in my image, adding colors, adding lights in this image, and results are really interesting. Look at the before, after, before, after, before, after. My work is ready. So friends, I suggest you to have a look to this new tool, because I think it will be really helpful in your work too. So for the moment it's all the best, my friends. See you on the next video. Bye.